Today I'm going to be filming my August wrap up and my September TBR. I started off August finishing up Obsidio. I don't have a copy of that, I got it from the library. I gave it a 5-star. I gave the whole series a 5-star, and the first in that is called Illuminate. I can't say much about Obsidio because, well, it's the third in the trilogy, but Illuminate follows Katie and Ezra, and Katie starts off with dumping Ezra. She thinks that her first day, or that her day, is going to pretty much consist of just that. Of course, things don't go as planned, and some mega corporations are at war and invade their planet. They all have to get onto a ship, and it leads to fun sci-fi things. I absolutely loved it. The whole trilogy, if you haven't read it, you are doing yourself a disservice. So after that, I decided to pick up a short story by Stephen King. It's called, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's called Herman Wouk is Still Alive. My friend Deanna actually found this link with like 14 Stephen King short stories, and I'll have that linked down below for you, but that's where I got that from. It was a 4-star. I'm not gonna say much about it because it's a short story. Like, it's 25 pages. If you're curious, definitely click the link and go read it yourself. And then after that, for my book club, I picked up The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This one was a 3-star read for me. It was okay. I see why people like it. I have a few problems with it, and I've already made a review of it. It's not the best review, but I will link it for you anyways. This one follows a war orphan named Rin who is like in the middle of this like poppy dealing ordeal. Her adopted family they want to marry her off to this person who's going to benefit them and their business thing that they're doing, and she does not want any part in that, so she's going to study real hard and get into synagogue, and she does, and from there she learns all sorts of things. She learns about strategy and combat and, well, I guess it's martial arts, not combat, but she learns all those things that would help her in what would be a war. But so again, I want to just make it clear, even though I've stated it in the video, there are a few things in this book that need to be just mentioned. So the first half of the book is fairly light. It's not anything to really necessarily stress about, but the second half, it takes a very quick turn and it becomes just very dark and gruesome, and there's a lot of like descriptors of like dead bodies and things, and there's also an about 80% in, there's a trigger warning for rape. It hit me like a brick, so just be warned. After the Poppy War was done, I decided to pick up something that I was pretty excited to start, and that was Scythe. I gave this one 5 stars. I also picked up Thunderhead. I don't have that copy right now, my friend is borrowing it, but Scythe is about 2 people in a utopian society, Citra and Rowan, and they get picked up as Scythe apprentices. In this society, Scythes are responsible for basically population control. In this society, there's no death, no disease, none of that. It's all good. Everybody's good, except for when scythes happen. Then you die. While they're learning about the scythedom and this whole facet of their world that they don't know that much about, a lot of ugly faces appear and things start to happen that are not so pleasant to deal with. And this one follows that. And then the second one continues it. Both of these were 5 stars. I have no idea where the toll is going to go, but I'm like fully on board to do that. 5 stars, loved it, highly recommend. So another book that I finished this month is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I don't typically read that kind of thing, but I have been trying to branch out recently and just kind of try something new, and I had won it on Goodreads, so I was like, this'll do. I read it 3 stars. I don't have a whole lot to say. I guess Steve Covey, I think that's how you say his name. He's got these like 7 habits for highly effective people. But yeah, and it's just about those habits. There's nothing, honestly, I could say. It was okay. There was some stuff in there I'd probably apply to my life after reading it, but a lot of it probably not. Another book that I have been reading but haven't finished this month is It by Stephen King. I started that book. Oh my god. I started that in March and I'm still not done with it. I am loving it, okay? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But it's so freaking big. I have no problem with big books. Like, a book that I consider to be small is like 500, and a lot of people think that that's big. But 1,000 pages, actually 1,200 pages, it's a bitch. It's a real bitch. But I'm trying out Scribd for the first time because I'm out of Audible credits. But I'm trying out Scribd, and they have It by Stephen King. So I've been listening to that and I've gotten a good way through. I don't think I'm gonna finish this month, so I'm gonna aim to finish in September. With that, I guess we can just transition into the September TBR. Okay. So the first 3 books I want to mention are all buddy reads, and I don't really know anything about any of them, so bear with me. I like to go into books as blind as I can be. The first book I'll mention is The Immortalist by Chloe Benjamin, and these 3 books are also library editions, so that's why they look kind of crappy. So again, I don't know like anything about this book. I know it's not my typical genre that I pick up, but I'm excited again to try something new. And we're reading this in my book club that I run on Facebook. The link will be down below for you. You can check it out, join it if you want to. It's pretty casual, but yeah, we're reading this together. There's like 10 of us that are going to be talking about it, and that starts on the 2nd of September. And the next book that I have is this horribly beat up copy of Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. And I'm reading this with my friend Mika August, and she has her own booktube channel, and I will link that down below. I've been getting to know her over the last week or so, and I think she's just so fun to talk to. I don't know about you, but if you're a reader, like, it's always nice to make friends with people who get it. So check her out. I think she's really worth a watch. She deserves so much more subscribers than she has. The third book I have is Hearts in Atlantis by Stephen King. I think you'll notice a trend here on this channel. I really like Stephen King a lot. No idea what this is about. I'm reading this with my friend Micah, who also coincidentally has a YouTube channel, but it's not book related. I'll link it anyways if you want to go check him out. But we're reading this. He's my good friend. I'm excited to read it. I'm always down for some King. So this next book, I tried to read it in August, but it just didn't work out, so I'm putting it on hold until I get through those other books. But it's Torn by Rowena Miller, and my husband bought this for me, and he's like all excited for me to read it. I'm about 80 pages in. So far, it's not my favorite, so I'm just gonna, maybe it's just not like something I want to read right now, so I'm just gonna put it on hold for now. The next book I have is borrowed from my husband's grandmother. She said it was really great. I've seen a whole bunch of reviews that have said it's just, fantastic, so I'm excited to read it. And again, it's something that I'm branching out in. It is Educated by Tara Westover. I, just like the rest of these, do not know much about this book. I know I think it's non-fiction, so I'm excited. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. Okay, and then I have 2 more books that I want to try to get to, although that's already a pretty ambitious selection of books for how I read. I don't know if I will get to them, but I want to. If not, I'll get to it in October. But me and a bunch of friends, including my husband, are going to pick up Dr. Sleep. Oh shit, I have that book. Dr. Sleep. It's just the sleeve. I don't know where the book is right now. But we're gonna pick up Dr. Sleep by Stephen King. This is a sequel to The Shining. I read The Shining last October, and right now, it's one of my favorite Stephen King books. that there is. I even got this like poster over there. And then the last one that I want to mention today is Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I haven't read any Brandon Sanderson. I know it's a sin, but I have it on audio. I want to get through a few more books before I continue it, even though I've got like, I don't know, like 10% into it. So I'm gonna hopefully get to that in September. If not, it'll be on my priority in October. This is ambitious for me. I normally don't read more than 4 books, so I'm really going for it. Anyways, you guys, thank you for watching. I had so much fun filming this, and I'm probably gonna have even more fun editing this later. Go ahead and let me know down below what you're planning to pick up in September and what you enjoyed in August. I would love to hear it from you. I love collecting new book ideas, putting stuff on my TBR. Again, thank you for watching. Bye!